Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and I'm a blogger and part-time reseller on Poshmark. If you enjoy reseller content, thrift hauls, what sold videos, tips and tricks relating to Poshmark and reselling, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram or Poshmark, you can find me on both those platforms at AshleyDTL. Today I'm coming at you with another What Sold video, and this is what sold in October 2020. I'm very happy to say that my upward trend has been continuing with October. I sold a total of 23 items for a grand total of $678. That's of course before Poshmark fees and cost of goods, but I was really happy with that as a part-time seller. So without further ado, let's jump into what sold in October. The first item to sell was a pair of jeans, and if you've been watching these videos for a while, it's probably not a surprise to you. This was a pair of rag & bone jeans in a stiletto bootcut style in size 30. They sold for $35 on an offer to Liker and took just around 50 days to sell in my closet. Rag & Bone has been a consistent seller for me, although I said that in my jeans video, which I can link up here. And since then, I've had a couple of pairs of Rag & Bone jeans that I've sold before that have now just been sitting in my closet. And I'm like, did I jinx myself? What happened here? What's the problem? Jeans, go. Next up was an Aritzia item. This was an item that I had thrifted last year but enjoyed in my personal closet for about a year. It was the Aritzia Diderot, that one, cardigan. It's like an open front cocoon cardigan in a green color. I got an offer from the buyer for $27, was very happy with that, and it took around 20 days to sell in my closet. The reason that I sold it was because I found another Diderot cardigan in a color that I liked more while I was thrifting one day, and I decided to bring one in and take one out, so that was a great sale. I don't do a ton of retail arbitrage, but this next item I found on a rare retail arbitrage trip. They were a pair of Stella Mccartney jeans. They had this amazing star pattern all over them. They were a boyfriend style, and when I researched comps, I had seen this exact pair had sold and for a decent amount, so I decided to pick them up. The buyer and I went back and forth a little bit on pricing, and they said that they had really wanted this style of jeans, so I was happy to find an offer that made sense for both of us. So these sold for $90 on a counter offer from the buyer. They sat in my closet for a little while. They took 86 days to sell, but I was really happy that the buyer and I could kind of meet in the middle and find a price that worked for both of us. I'm a bit weary of retail arbitrage just because the investment in terms of cost of goods can be a little bit higher, but I will pick up retail arbitrage items from time to time, kind of when I'm doing my own personal shopping in places like Nordstrom Rack or Winners and that kind of thing. I don't imagine it'll be an area where I invest a lot of time and money, but who knows, that may change in the future. This next item was a bad buy that I made last year, and it'd been sitting in my closet for 291 days, and I was getting to the point where I was ready to relist it, but I kind of knew that it wasn't going to sell for a large amount. This was an Andrew Mark long packable puffer jacket. Here's the thing, didn't realize when I bought it that it didn't have a hood, which is how you packed it away, so that packable feature, not really useful, but it was still a good long down-filled parka, great for winter. This sold for $17 on an offer to Liker, and honestly, I was just happy to get it out of my house. I can't remember which video I did where I mentioned that some friends of mine were going to be giving me some of their clothes, but this next item was from the bags that they had given me. It was a Forever 21 cream-colored oversized sweater. It got a lot of interest from Likers, but that didn't actually translate into a buy for a while. It took about 65 days to sell, and I finally got an offer from a buyer for $10, and I was like, yes! You have this sweater. Next up was another sweater, and I guess sweaters and like items for colder weather were trends this month. So this sweater was a Zara sweater. It was a really pretty cream and black sweater, like a chunky knit, kind of oversized. It was really lovely. And it only took 3 days to sell for $31 on an offer to Liker, and I was really happy with that. I've gotten over my fear of sourcing sweaters, but they do take up a lot of space in my inventory, so it's always great when I can just be like, yes! You, quick flip, amazing. I know that Zara can be really popular for some people. I'm just really selective in terms of the styles that I pick up from Zara. I try to make sure that they're current in terms of the season, in terms of the style, and that allows me to be more selective and pick up pieces from Zara that I think are trendy and will do well and won't just sit in my closet. Oh my gosh, this next item was adorable. It was a ModCloth dress It was navy blue and it had a zebra print, and it spoke to my heart and I loved it. And it spoke to the buyer's heart too, because it sold the same day I listed it for $32 on an offer from the buyer. And again, always really happy for a fast flip, and also just really wanted this dress to get into someone's hands. I've shared before that I love selling dresses, and so it was cool to see some dresses selling even when the colder weather is happening. Next item was actually another dress. And this was an Anthropology dress. It was the Mauve Newport striped wrap dress. It was really pretty blue and white wrap style. It sold for $40 on an offer to Laker and took 9 days to sell, which was amazing. The next item was another pair of jeans, and I actually showed you these jeans in my denim video. They were a pair of mother jeans. They sold really quickly. They were the Hustler ankle fray denim. No, Mother Hustler ankle fray high-rise jeans. Oh my gosh, so many words. The Mother Hustler. They were a great pair of jeans. They were the Mother ankle fray high-rise jeans in a size 24. They were a smaller style. As I mentioned in the video, they had a little bit of puckering, but they were still in great condition. Those sold for $45, and I was really happy with that sale. They sold in 3 days. I was elated. Next up was another dress, and this came from my personal closet. This dress I've had for years, and I loved it. I purchased it at an amazing store in Toronto called Damsels that sells lots of like retro 50s, 60s style stuff, and for a period of my life that was like basically my personal style. So this dress was super cute, and it was also made of this amazing fabric that kind of felt like you were wearing pajamas, but you looked adorable. And it was navy, it had red piping, and then it had embroidery of red octopi pirates. Just amazing. I finally decided to retire this dress from my personal closet, and it sold on an offer to Laker for $27 and took just over a month to sell. This next item was another pair of jeans, and I was actually really excited to sell them to the buyer because it was someone that I know who was using Poshmark for the first time. One of my old coworkers at my previous company, she had just joined Poshmark, and she was interested in this pair of Good American jeans. This was the first time I was selling Good American jeans. I've heard lots of great things about them, and they seem to do really well on Poshmark, so I was really excited when I found them, and I was also excited that they were gonna go to someone that I knew. These were the Good Legs black high-waisted jeans. They sold for $40 on an offer that we both agreed upon, and they took just 6 days to sell, which was amazing. Very happy with that sale, not just because it was a fast flip, but because the jeans went to a great home of someone that I know, and she was super thrilled with her experience. Up to this point, I think I've only ever sold Everlane jeans, and I had an Everlane sweater. It was a striped sweater, super cute, got so much attention and so many likes. And then I started getting a ton of offers that were lower than I thought it was gonna go for. But finally, I got a great offer of $35 from a buyer, and I said, yes, you get this Everlane sweater that lots of people are into. It took 8 days to sell, and I was really happy with that $35 offer. Next up was another sweater, and this one was Anthropology. It was a really lovely blue sweater. It had a side zipper. It was really fun. This sold for $28 on an offer to Laker and took 47 days to sell. I'm loving selling sweaters, which kind of surprises me because this time last year I was afraid of the sweater section, so gotten a lot better, selling lots of sweaters, and feeling good about it. Let me know in the comments, have you been selling sweaters? How's that been going for you? Let me know. Next item to sell was another Aritzia piece. This was a really lovely faux suede lease skirt in black. It only listed for 2 days, sold for my full asking price of $35. And I think the person might have found it through Google because their username was like a weird like guest with a pile of numbers at the end. So that was really great, and I loved that it sold super fast. Next up was another Aritzia piece and another sweater. It was the Aritzia Community Vetus cardigan. Really lovely, long, open cardigan, super cozy. This took 13 days to sell on an offer to Laker for $32. Next up was another Anthropology sweater, and this took a long time to sell, and I think it was actually one of the last things I thrifted before everything shut down earlier this year. And I thought this sweater was so cute. It was a really pretty beaded cardigan in a size extra small, really lovely, had a lot of likes, not a lot of love. But finally, it sold on an offer to Laker for $24. And it had been sitting in my closet for 237 days, so I was glad to see it finally go. So I really think there's some seasonality to Poshmark, and while I like having things listed all year round, whether it be sweaters or shorts or that kind of thing, I think some items really have their moment when the season is right, and that was exactly true for this next item. This was an item I had listed last year in my Poshmark closet when I was first getting started. It was a Starbucks thermos, but it was Christmas themed. So it was red, it had Christmas trees on it, it was super cute. And last year it got a ton of likes, but no one wanted to buy it. So I took it down after the holiday season last year, and I decided I would relist it once we kind of got closer to the Christmas season, which was a great tactic, it seems. I got an offer from the buyer for $20 and it took 12 days to sell. So that was amazing. I don't even know where this thermos came from. My partner used to work at Starbucks, so maybe he got it when he worked there. I don't know. It was in our house. Neither of us used it. Was happy to sell it for $20. Next up, more jeans. These were Topshop Jamie jeans. They're a high-waisted style. These jeans, I've sold a couple pairs of them and they've done really well for me. I got an offer from the buyer for $28 and I was really happy with that. And these also took 12 days to sell. It seemed to be a magic number. I'll take it. As you can see, I've been going through some of my personal items and listing more of them in my Poshmark closet. It's been good to do some cleaning and get things out of the house. And Poshmark is an amazing way to do that. These were a pair of Kate Spade gloves that I had purchased a couple of years ago, and I think I maybe wore them once. They were a longer glove style. They had cute little pearls on them. I don't know. I just didn't love wearing them. So I listed them in my closet. They took 2 weeks to sell. I got an offer from the buyer for $15 and was just happy to move them out of my house. I already mentioned this next item in my last thrift haul, which I will link up here for you. This was an item I got at my very first trip to the bins, and it's the only Brandy Melville item I've ever had listed and I've ever sold. It was the Jada Dress, which seems to be a popular style for Brandy Melville. It was black, it had a cute daisy print. I was into it. It took a day to sell. That's amazing. And it sold for $22 on an offer to liker. I was really happy with that, especially because it was a fast flip. Let me know in the comments if you sell much Brandy Melville. I've heard mixed things. I've also heard about people listing items as Brandy Melville just to get eyeballs on them, even though they're not Brandy Melville. I don't know. That's not for me. But let me know if you source Brandy Melville and if you sell it and what works for you. The last 3 items were part of a bundle, and that was really lovely. A great way to end the month of October. So the 3 items kind of followed similar trends to what had been selling the rest of the month. There was a pair of frame jeans. These were an amazing find, but the frame label was missing from the back of the jeans. I knew that they were framed because there was a label that had the style name and I recognized it, but that main frame label was missing, but they were still in good condition. The second item was a pair of Aritzia Tallulah Jegging leggings in black. And the last item was a boohoo. I'm clearly getting to the end of filming and amusing myself. The last item was a black dress from Boohoo. It was a wiggle dress, super cute, and it was in that bag of stuff that some friends had given me. So I sold all 3 of these items in a bundle to the buyer for $45, and that was lovely to see those items move. That was my month of October. I was really happy with it. Lots of things moving really quickly, which makes me feel really good. It means that I'm being more selective about what I'm picking up, and I'm picking up items that people are interested in buying, which is amazing. Also happy to see a couple items that have been sitting for a while. Farewell. And yeah, just overall really happy with my sales for the month. Let me know how October was for you in the comments below and any trends that you're seeing. As I've mentioned in this video, it seemed like my trends were like sweaters, jeans, Aritzia items, some Anthropology, even some dresses. Don't be afraid to pick up dresses. They're really, really fun and I love selling them. They're especially cute and I like them. If you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to give it a like, and if you're not already subscribed, now would be an amazing time to do so. Thank you so much for watching this What Sold video, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, friends!